Oh, welcome to the show. So I did another Assassin's Creed Valhalla video. So I thought this was an interesting fact. This game actually supports cross-save as long as you're signed into your Ubisoft account. I figured that out because I tried to start it up on the PlayStation, and both my Xbox and PlayStation accounts are connected to my Ubisoft account. And I saw that my playtime was 4 hours, 14 minutes, and 26 seconds. Obviously, I couldn't play it on PlayStation because it was just installing. So, yeah. 2 different versions of this game. Anyway, yeah, we're playing as Layla here. We had a little bit of technical difficulties during the last episode. So, I did my intro tries. Sorry. Yeah, there's technical difficulties, so I just stopped recording for that day. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. You got no ego vision, really?
I'm not going anywhere. Not yet.
So I can use that if you're asking. I guess that's where I'm going.
Another satellite. Damn.
Really?
Probably bought this in a coffee shop somewhere in Concord.
Can I use the vehicle to get to the satellite? Sorry, this really doesn't tell me what I'm doing. Oh yes, I was supposed to finish... Oh. This? I think I did this one. Break the code, break the node. These walls tell of a tragic story, a story we inscribed in our structures, on our artifacts. A story we could not alter. A mystery defying us in plain sight. We tried, our scholars and scientists, poets and physicists, bright minds, rebellious hearts. They all tried so hard to bring about change. We all failed. None could change what we discovered. Stories written into these walls of these rooms. The reader has no power. He is but an observer. But the author invents the future. The author owns the future. The Toba Kastatic. I hate words like this. Catastrophe, a super volcanic event paired with a mass coronal ejection, was the beginning of the end for the issue. It changed the Earth's environment, lowered its available oxygen levels, and generally screwed things up. The issue never recovered by our estimations. Last main issue died just a century after the catastrophe. From that point forward, humans, the creation, ruled the roost. This disaster was not unforeseen. Issue scientists had known about their immediate doom for years, perhaps decades before the catastrophe occurred. To protect themselves, they worked feverishly to find a solution. 6 methods they tried, but due to a toxic combination of hubris, political infighting, and bad luck, all 6 failed. The final method proved the most promising and was nearly complete when struck. It was this method that Desmond Miles revived when he saved the world from a second solar flare in December 2012. This voice laments the compound failure of their species to save themselves, but the truth is broader than that. They, with Desmond, saved us. Success deferred. Then this message: break the code, and sustain a very present. Linear continuity is a simulation that allows for variations within the linear continuity. There are nodes, choke points, moments where algorithms converge to the flows of superposed possibilities to a single moment where only one absolute truth is possible. Paths are fluid, continuous. Nodes are static changes, and the wave function collapses the path into nodes which branch out again and again and again. Can you feel the wave collapsing? Try to course correct Desmond's active defiance. The incoming node needs the world to end. The algorithms have been carving The flow of possibilities searched the end for over 100 years now, collapsed the wave. Outside my area of expertise must contact someone who knows this better, but what it seems to be saying, the structure of space-time, the universe is built in such a way that certain events or clusters of events are compelled to occur. A bottleneck through which space-time flows, and one nearly impossible to avoid. There is something about this catastrophe, the one Desmond averted in 2012, that compels to return. Indifferent to our fear or pain, it is a tidal wave rippling across the sea of space. It crashed once again against the dike, and that stopped it for a time. The sea reels back for another strike and another and another. That gives some clarity to what is happening now, all around us, but it remains unclear how to change it, especially from within an animus. Simulation within a simulation. Reality is a mathematical model which gets solved over and over again by the observer. Your thoughts are computations and they render this board for you to call your own. Not all processors are alike. Different brains produce different realities. Variations go from the subtle to the drastic. Your mind defines how much you can taste, how much you can feel, how much you can understand. Perception defines perspective. We designed you and made sure to engineer your senses so you could perceive just what we need you to, neither more nor less. There are parts of time we preferred you to remain blind to. It was a necessity. If we could suddenly see time, that would not guarantee the same perception the issue possessed. Let us speak of time as an entity. If we may, let us say that time is a perceivable fact in the same way that light is a perceivable fact. The ability to see this fact is in no way guarantees a sympathetic view. There are creatures stumbling around this earth that read light differently than we do, and for different purposes, humans see in a well-known spectrum. Roy G. Biv. They took indigo out of the rainbow, by the way. So, yeah, they took indigo out of the rainbow. So the eye, and that is no more. This sense of color is confined to the three cones we possess, yet nocturnal creatures see with different scope, for a different purpose. Night stalking, hunting, and working. They evolved in concert with their needs and are now constrained by them. As are we. Light is only a fact seen askance and used differently by different species. This suggests that we might read time is to imply we have a specific use for time. Yeah, this was 5. So, that was the one I just read. So, on the last one. The next chapter is unstoppable, and yet the greatest revolutions sometimes originate from the confines of impossibility. Do they not? Reality is a simulation. Break the code, and in doing so escape the inescapable. The animus was humankind's first unconscious attempt to explain what it could not see. Understanding genetic memories, an eye into history, your animus is different. As is the mind that imagined it. It could escape the code. It could make that leap and make possible a decision that defies the order of things that are. It is ridiculous to imagine that it could change the nature of reality out there, from within the confines of an animus, a simulation within this so-called simulation. But I believe I understand what this voice is telling me. My animus is endowed with the ability to suggest alterations. Today's long past. From any moment in time, I can extrapolate what might have been. Calculations of time, I'm not confined to what was, but what could have been. Yes, history is real, facts do matter, but from any moment in time, I choose within the animus, I can interrogate the memory. I can ask the world, what if Bayek and Aya had stayed together? What if Camus had not been murdered? I can suggest these hypotheticals and watch how they unfold. Why would I want to? For knowledge. For a better understanding of what tragedies were avoided, remains to be seen. I am, in a sense, a reader of the calculations, as the issue were in days past. Perhaps one day I will be able to harness this talent to see into the future, to predict, to correct, to avoid. That would be worth something. So I think I've read everything. There's nothing there. Oop. Do I look through your pictures? I have. Okay. Where am I supposed to be going? Like, it tells you nothing in Layla. Oh, I saw something. Was that my imagination? I thought I saw something. Did you leave the back door open? Somewhere.
Would love to play around, but I have bigger things on my mind.
Can you tell me what those bigger things are?
Did you get my tea?
Oh, Rebecca's here.
Oh, mint tea is not actually tea, Bex. It's an infusion. It's really just dirty, minty water.
I don't care what you call it, Sean. Did you buy any?
Of course I did, love.
Hey, sorry about pulling you out. The generator was sputtering.
She looks so different.
That's fine. I needed air.
How is the Animus data stream? Comfortable?
Felt pretty stable after a while.
Good. Just give me a sec and you can jump back in.
I'm comparing her to the Syndicate version of her. I don't know how
Another
long it's
satellite
been.
came down. Did you see?
I did. One of Abstergo's.
That's good.
Well, most of North America just lost its GPS service, so depends what you mean by good, really.
Right. Even when we win, we lose.
Okay, we're all set. Whenever you're ready, you can jump back in.
Abstergo is supposed to be the modern day Templars. Let's not play music.
Sean has been busy.
Strange messages. An audio fragment was sent from an unknown location to our crypto servers. Nothing was stolen, nothing corrupted. Just a quick deposit and on. We got lucky this time. So what is it? Encrypted sound file, voice unknown with a signal beneath it. This signal with a code led us to a precise spot here in New England. So in England, I think. Yeah, I think we're in England, Britain. Is it Britain? I want to say we're in Britain. Your character went to England, so this would be England. So yeah, I'm saying Eivor went to England. So out there is Eivor's body. We dug and gathered, we struck gold. Well, silver, dominant currency in the Dark Ages. Point is, it was a grave site. A Norse warrior dating to the 9th century, early 10th century AD. A few centuries before the earliest known settlements. This is big news. If we have it right. Question remains, how did these bones get here and why?
Hello, Layla.
Sean, what do you make of the grave out there?
Well, it overturns a few hundred years of scholarship about the first Europeans to set foot in North America. Apart from that, it's just a bunch of muddy bones, isn't it?
Can we talk about this thing on my neck for a second?
Ah, the mood stabilizer. Yes.
It's not harmful, is it? I mean, I feel good, but I want to make sure there's no side effects.
There shouldn't be. It's only blocking outside signals, a passive effect. So the staff doesn't, you know, mess with you.
Sean, what happened last year, I had no control over that. I tried to resist.
I understand. And your old team, maybe they don't. But we've seen that sort of thing before. Still, if you want to work with us and get to the bottom of why the world is about to end for the second time in 8 years, then you wear that thing until we say otherwise. William's orders.
I know. It's not a problem.
It's just a few more weeks, yeah? Just until we figure this out.
You're right. I know you're right.
That's why she died. No, it's in trash. Duh. Victoria? I thought it was Olivia. Okay, yeah, Victoria died because she was on your old team. Staff did something and it caused everyone there. You to kill everyone there, I think?
I went through hell to bring you here. It had better be worth it. Let's have a look.
That's the exact same thing as... Okay.
That's quite nice. Soothing.
Is that a castle? I don't want to play the music, so...
Please enjoy your stay. Remember, all the garbage must be packed out, and please water the plants once a day. Yeah, I won't remember that. You
Well, I
gonna
mean,
put
you
this in the
spend
fridge,
this
Sean?
time.
Of course. In half a minute.
Remember, tomatoes go on the counter, not the fridge.
He puts tomatoes in the fridge. That must be weird.
Sean, don't forget to water the plants while I'm under, okay?
I'll add it to the calendar and tattoo it on my leg.
Yeah, you spend most of your time in the animals.
Feeling okay?
Better. But I'm worried that it could happen again. The two data streams.
I can't promise it won't. I barely understand it myself.
It felt like two minds, fighting over one brain. It hurt like a shotgun to the head.
Right. There's something about this Viking's DNA sample that feels dense, noisy.
Could it be the staff? Interfering somehow?
How do you mean?
My headaches, my temper. They started the day I got that thing.
I hope you're not making excuses for, you know, your friend.
Jesus, no. I'm not.
Sorry. Just take it easy. And if you feel yourself slipping again, let us know.
I'm trying. I really am.
Okay. Awkward.
Be nice to sleep in a real bed when this is over.
And I guess we're going back in. Nothing to do currently.
All right, time to go. Norway to England takes about a week by long ship, so I'll scrub ahead. Layla, you okay?
Sorry. Can you play the message again?
We have the transcript. If you're looking for something, I can
No,
go and...
I want to hear it.
Okay.
I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just... that message led us here. To this place. To a Norse grave in North America. So those bones out there are the only lead we have. Our only chance at fixing this planet before it's too late.
Here it is.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
Unsettling, that is.
That pulse in the message. Are you sure it's just coordinates? Nothing else?
Nothing I can find.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go.
I think it would be cool for something like that to happen. I mean, in real life. And we're back. Planet is Eivor. Seeing as you can choose your gender, I want to say that the voice can't be Eivor. And plus, Eivor wasn't around in the time of recording. Doubt Eivor can really wait. England 873 CE. BC. Or BC. The same thing.
There she is, England, our new home.
Anyway guys, that'd be it for this video. Guys, I've enjoyed. Like, if you come subscribe, guys, the next video, whenever we're done, maybe bangers.